Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, Imran. Say there's a brother at home watching us, watching this right now, smoking weed, listening to tunes, got a girlfriend, and he doesn't mentally or physically believe that he can give up like weed and music and actually leave these things and be a practicing person. He believes it's mentally and physically too hard for him. What kind of advice would you give to him?
Iman increases and decreases. The Sahaba and the Salaf Salihin, they believe Al-Imanu yazidu wa yanqus. Iman, it goes up and it goes down. So the brother who's smoking weed, talking to girls, doing all this, his Iman is low, right? If his Iman was to go high, then what am I to leave that behind? Like I mentioned to you, even me, alhamdulillah, when I started praying, I started doing that, I started to leave these things behind, yeah? So how do you make your Iman go high? Akhi, it's simple. Iman goes up with obedience, with obeying Allah, and Iman goes down with disobedience. Some people are waiting there like, Iman's just gonna like, you know, suddenly, oh, I'm gonna leave the girl behind, I'm gonna leave the drugs, I'm gonna start praying. No, you gotta do it. I'm saying go pray, just, okay, you're smoking drugs, you're talking to girls, start praying. Start praying.
At least Fajr.
Yeah, no, I'm saying go in. Don't make no excuses. Just go in. Go in. Watch the effect it has on your heart. Simple as. Say no more. I remember I asked for a brother. He said I was like, I wanted to kill myself because my girl left me. Like he was gone. He said, you know what I did? I tried everything. I tried drugs. I tried alcohol. I tried everything. Nothing was getting me out of my state. You know what he said? He said I went to Fajr 10 times in a row in the masjid. I woke up 10 days later. I'm fine. You see, like, Iman. So when you start to disobey, you're gonna go down. Obey, you'll go up. So you'll be able to leave that stuff behind. When your Iman goes up, when you start obeying Allah, you start disobeying Allah, you stop doing what He wants you to do, then of course you're gonna fall into these things. So that, hopefully, inshallah, answer the question.
Why is it important? Yeah. What about why is it important for someone to learn the 3 categories of Tawheed and to learn basic things about their aqidah stuff? How does this help them there?
So Tawheed,
explain what Tawheed is.
So what Tawheed is, it means to make Allah one in 3 things, okay? It means to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in 3 things. I'm giving you a very simplified definition, okay? And as I explain it, you'll see why it's important to know. The first thing that you make Allah one is in rububiyyah. Rububiyyah means He's your Lord. If He's your Lord, it means He created you. It means He provided you. He gives you food. He gives you money. It all comes from Allah. And you know He controls your affairs. When the day is good, Allah brings the good day. When the day is bad, Allah brings the bad day. If you lose something in your life, Allah made you lose it. If something good came, it all came from Allah. Allah controls your affairs. He brings you good. He also sometimes, He allows harm to inflict you. So why is it important to know that? If you don't know that Allah is, if you don't know rububiyyah, if you don't know Allah is Rabb, Allah provides, He's Ar-Razaq, you know you're gonna go make money of haram means. Even when I'm broke, I don't need to go sell drugs. I don't need to go get a loan. I don't need to go get a loan to get mortgage and all these things because I know Allah provides. And that's simple as it is. Because I have belief, I have Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, that I have belief that I only have one Lord. The bank is not my Lord. For my money, I'm not going to shave, for my job, I'm not going to shave my beard. If my boss says to me, I can't go Jummah, I'm going to say, get out of my face, because you're not my God. I've made him a God if I obey him.
We're not saying they're kafir.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're kafir, but I'm saying, look, conceptually, you can get to a point, you can actually get to a point where you make this person a God. Because you're like, on my days, if I don't miss Jummah, I'm not going to get paid. Your boss don't pay you. Allah pays you. You see? And that's one example. We can go into it. Like, you know, if difficulty comes your way, to know that Allah is going to take you out of the madness. It's a test. The one who brought you in is going to take you out. You see? Now, Tawheed al-Rububiyyah links to Uluhiyyah. Uluhiyyah means that you worship Allah alone. That's the second type of Tawheed. The first one is you single Allah in what He does. Second one is you single Allah in what you do for Him.
Explain that. Elaborate.
Yeah, meaning you only worship Allah. You provide. For you, because you know He's the only one that's going to take you out of difficulty, you only ask Him for help. Now, I'm not saying if I was to speak to my Aki and I say, Aki, pass me the pen, and I ask for help. That's not kuffar. Because I'm asking him for something that he's able to do.
Rain, but if you ask
and he's like, but if I ask him for something he's not able to do, like provide me with rain, or give me a baby, you see, like now I'm falling into shirk, because I'm making dua, I'm asking him for only that which I can ask Allah. And the problem is because I've misunderstood the first tawheed. If I understand Tawheed Rububiyyah, which we all really and truly we know Allah created you, Allah provides, Allah does everything. So Allah says, because of that fact, Allah brings down rain, Allah gives life, Allah gives you Jannah, or Allah sends you to Jahannam, Allah judges in a day of judgment. All of this, that's the reason why you should only worship Him. Make sajda to Him alone, sacrifice for Him alone, fast for Him alone, make dua to Him alone, to no grave. None of this, I have to go through someone to get to Allah. No, go to Allah directly. And then the third type of tawheed, which is
we did the
asma'i wa sifat, Allah's names and His attributes, His characteristics, to know that Allah is unique. When I say Allah is al-Hakim, which means He's wise, His wisdom is not like my wisdom. He is alone in His wisdom, and His wisdom's on a different level. And why is it important to know this? Come on, man, this is, to know tawheed asma'i wa sifat is where it's at, like to know that you have a Lord who's watching you, al-Alim, He's all-knowing, Al-Raqib, He's watching, Al-Khabir, He's all informed of you. You're going to be careful, like, when the next time you're about to go to a girl, Allah's watching me. Allah's watching. To know that your Lord is Al-Razaq, He provides. To know that your Lord is Al-Mujib, this name of His, He responds to your call. It's going to make you want to call Him. To know that your Lord is Al-Jabbar, Al-Qahhar, Al-Hayy, Al-Qayyum. To know these names and what they mean, to live by them. And that's the life of the heart, man. So Tawheed is the life of the heart. It's the life of the heart, brothers and sisters. And a person isn't a Muslim. If you reject Allah on any one of these tawheeds, it's kufr. It's kufr. It's kufr, brothers and sisters.
Why is it so important for a person to learn the term aqidah? What does aqidah mean?
Okay, so aqidah basically, it comes from the word in the Arabic which means a knot. A knot, yeah? So a knot is something that's tight. You know when tight. So the ulama, they call the belief that we have, they call it aqidah. From the word aqd, which means knot. Why? Because our belief is like a knot. It's tight. Our belief don't change. Our belief don't get loose. So our belief, we have to study it. These things, they call it theoretical. It's the life of the heart. Allah won't accept you to, you know, from the limbs. You can pray, sajda all you want. You can give charity all you want. You give zakat all you want. But if your belief, your aqidah is wrong, the person's going to go hell. Allah sends people to Jannah because of their aqidah, their heart. And Allah sends people to Jahannam because of their aqidah, their heart. They have bad aqidah, they have good aqidah. You have to have the correct belief. Now, some people, like the ulama, aqidah was given many different names. But it all means iman, belief, you know. Some call it usul al-sunnah, right? The books of aqidah are called usul al-sunnah. Some are called kitab al-sunnah. All these books, they deal with the issue of aqidah. Sharh al-sunnah, explaining the sunnah, so on and so forth, you know. Kitab al-sharia by Imam al-Awza'i.
What kind of things do aqidah in detail, like angels, like...
Right, so, okay, so for example, belief in Allah, meaning His names, His attributes, all that I discussed, tawheed. Belief in the Prophet ﷺ. So you got to follow his sunnah. You got to follow the Prophet's sunnah. Don't go against his sunnah ﷺ. To believe in the angels, the Quran, to believe it's preserved, it's the speech of Allah. What is in it is true. What Allah informed you is haqq. To not doubt the Quran, to interpret it, understand it properly, the day of judgment, to know about it. The issue of the angels, I think I said. Yeah, the issue of qadr, decree, to not believe in the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the scholars added some other things to the issue of aqidah. The issue of the Sahaba is the issue of aqidah, because the Shia fell into it. The issue of going to the textual evidence and not going to your logic, because that goes back to the Quran, right? The issue of iman, you know, to know what is Islam, what is kufr. I mean, it might sound to you right now that how is this relevant to me? But when you study it, like, you know, the answer that I just gave you about the iman issue, yeah? Like, so many groups can't give you that answer because they don't believe iman goes up and down. Like, you see, you know, the 73 sects, only one goes to Jannah. So you have to study where they went wrong in this aqidah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
The more you learn about Allah, the more you learn about the prophets, the more you learn about the angels, the more you learn about Yawm al-Qiyamah, the more confident you become in knowing your stuff, and the more confident you are, the less shaitan.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, What's the danger? You know, sometimes when you're not practicing, okay, most Muslims in this country, they come from cultural families, yeah? So their families don't sit them down and teach them Tawheed and Aqeedah. Okay. And when they reach teenage years or young teenage years, when they get older and they can go out and stuff, Shaitan comes to them and makes them think, I wonder what a rave is like, I wonder what a spliff is like, I wonder what it's like to have a partner and so forth. So they start experimenting in life, yeah? They want to, you know, so they believe that Islam's the truth, but they start experimenting. What advice have you got to these people to stop that experiment phase and just practice? Why should they just start practicing? Obviously Allah said so, but is life greener on the grass green on the other side?
Well, of course it's not. See, again, this comes down to aqidah. Like, this comes down to yaqeen. To have certainty in what Allah said. Like, if a person was truly certain about the Quran, then why on earth would he sin knowing that this is taking you to hellfire? Why?
Major sins.
Yeah, of course, major sins.
Yeah, a little sin.
Yeah, you may not be there for eternity, but even little sins can lead you to hellfire. Because the ulama, they say, there's no such thing as a little sin if you keep doing it. That little sin, it becomes a big sin if you keep sticking with it. You see? So zina, disrespecting your parents, riba, take to the hellfire. Of course, you may come out, but maybe after 2-3 billion years of being punished. Now, who wants to go to hell even for a second? You see, brothers and sisters? So, it comes back down to just studying. You know, remember, yaqeen comes from knowledge. Certainty comes from knowledge. I know something, and then it settles in my heart. Now I'm certain. If you just study your Islam and your Quran, and you know this is the way to be. Like, when I walk down the street, I told you, I look like a stranger. But I have certainty that this is the way to be. And I live for the next life, inshallah. You see where I'm coming from? This life is gonna go. You're gonna see everything with your own eyes. The way you see me today, you're gonna see clearly the mountains crumble. You're gonna see all this be destroyed on the day of judgment. So if you knew that, you're gonna, like, you know what Ali radiallahu anhu used to say? He used to say, if Jannah or Jahannam was brought in front of me, I wouldn't believe in it anymore. Because I have so much certainty. So if you have certainty, you'll realize this is the way to be.
What about the brother or the sister who believe in Yawm al-Qiyamah, Hellfire, Judgment Day, this and the other? They know it exists, yeah, but they want to avoid hearing about it. So they listen to music 24/7. They avoid everyone Islamic. They don't listen to anything Islamic. They just like rave, smoke, and they just, because they don't want to hear about it, because they believe in it, but they just try to avoid it.
This is so dangerous. Like, this means now you're in the ghafla, you're heedless, you know, but you're ignoring it. So brothers, this is dangerous, because in essence, you know it's true, but you're running away from it. You are running away from it. For this person, I give you the ayah when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you know, وَجَاءَتْ سَكْرَةُ الْمَوْتِ بِالْحَقِّ ذَلِكَ مَا كُنْتَ مِنْهُ تَحِيدٌ وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ ذَلِكَ يَوْمُ الْوَعِيدِ. Allah said that the angel of death has come. At the time he takes your soul, he's come. This is what you're running away from, right? My sister, you can't run away from death. You can run away from these verses all day, but the angel of death is going to catch you, you see. So let him catch you when you're hearing these verses and implementing them. You can run all you want, my brothers and sisters. But Allah said, نحن قدرنا بينكم الموت وما نحن بمسبوقين. Allah said, I have decreed death for all of you, and I'm yet to be challenged. Who beat death? So run all you want, but death will catch you. So don't run.
Most Muslims' parents are cultural Muslim parents, meaning that they just have Muslims, they fast during Ramadan because everyone else is fasting, they celebrate Eid because everyone else is celebrating Eid, but they don't actually sit down and teach their kids Tawheed and Aqeedah. Why is it poor for parents not to raise their kids, especially in the West, just on a cultural Islam?
I mean, the reason it's important, parents, because cultural Islam is not Islam. I don't even like to call it cultural Islam, because it's not Islam. Of course, Islam's not against culture as long as that culture doesn't go against Islam. But a lot of our culture goes against it, man. Like, you know, aunties coming to, like, you know, you and hugging you, kissing you, cousins free mixing, and, you know, not praying and not have to wear hijab, and, you know, Iman is in the heart, and, you know, music, and, you know, on Eid, you know, you celebrate Eid by hiring out a car and going up and down Edgewood Road. Listen to music and all sorts. That, nah, that's not Islam. The reason it's important for parents is because you're going to be held accountable, parents. No, you're my aunties and uncles, so I say this with love, because I respect you and love you, but I hope you can take this advice for someone who's not as experienced as you in life, and he hasn't seen the world like you've seen, but I hope that maybe that doesn't make good with me. What I want to share with you is that, remember that, you know, you have a responsibility. The Prophet said, everyone who's a shepherd to their sheep is going to be asked and held accountable for how they dealt with their flock. So you're a shepherd, and your flock is your kids, and you have to cultivate them. Ibrahim alayhi salam was so scared. Read the Quran. Every time you hear Ibrahim make a dua, he's always praying for his kids. Rabbi ja'alni muqima salati wa min dhurriyati. Always say dhurriyati, my kids, my offspring, my kids. And because he was so concerned, Allah made from his ancestry, they were prophets. Sorry, not ancestry, from his lineage, from his offspring, they were prophets. So he was concerned. You have to be concerned. And he's concerned because on the Day of Judgment, one of the reasons possibly is because he doesn't want to be questioned. Saying, Allah, look, I'm so concerned about my kids. So be concerned, because they might come back to you on the Day of Judgment.
What effect does it have on the actual kids if they grow up in a culture, cultural home?
But of course, the effect is that they don't learn the proper Islam. And you know what really makes your kids respect you and obey you? Is Islam. A lot of cultural parents are like, where did I go wrong? My daughter ran away, she's pregnant, my son's... Because cultural, real Islam, you know, of course there's exceptions to the rule, because some people are just, Allah just doesn't wish guidance for them because they keep rejecting the guidance, yeah? But overall, brothers and sisters, if you cultivate them upon Islam, your kids are going to obey you, respect you, of course they are. But you didn't teach them to obey Allah, so how are they going to obey you? When the one who told him to obey you was Allah. Do you see? I hope that explains.
Last question.
Yeah.
If there's a brother or sister in a relationship, yeah, with a non-Muslim, and they say, like, I pray and stuff and I do this kind of stuff, yeah, but I'm just waiting for my partner to become Muslim, and then I'm gonna get married, you know, I'm gonna get married and stuff like that and so forth. I'm just giving her dawah slowly and I'm waiting for her to take shahada. Why is this so wrong?
So the reason why it's wrong is because, you see, if she was to become Muslim and you married her, no problem. But right now you're in a relationship, you're doing haram, right? Now, if I plant a bad seed into the ground, can I expect a healthy tree to grow out of it? No. So you've started this relationship. It's the same way. If I start my business with haram money, can I expect my business to be successful? No. The same way, can you expect your marriage to be successful if you started it on haram? You see? So, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Leave her, let her become Muslim, and then if she becomes Muslim, go back, but do it properly straight away, no hanky-panky.
And there's loads of Allah's al-Razak. There's lots of practicing sisters.
Yeah, come on.
Why do you need a second?
You know, sometimes, brothers, let me talk to the brothers, okay?
Anyway, but the girl that's got a girlfriend that's not Muslim,
okay,
there's good practice as a sister out there.
Plenty of sisters. I'm saying, alright, there's plenty of sisters. They're all over the place. Of course, you might say I can't see them. That's because you're in a club, Ak. Of course she's not in a club. Go masjid. Ask the brothers in the masjid for the sisters and what. Maybe find them. Of course, you know.
You're not going to be in a strip club.
You're not going to be in a strip club. She's not going to be in the street. I honestly, well,
she's not going to be in Westfield.
Exactly. I remember I used to think, of course, that doesn't mean she can't go shopping every now and again.
Yeah,
but,
now what I'm saying. I'm
but
saying
she's not jamming. Yeah, she's not jamming on the block.
Yeah.
I used to think.
She got Westfield from Dawah to.
Exactly. I used to think, where are the Patterson sisters? Like, I want to get married, where are they?
Where was you?
Yeah, I was like, where exactly? I'm on the high street. Of course they're not out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, since we did that, we got to be just because equal opportunities.
Yeah.
There's a sister, yeah. Obviously, in this society, she grew up a cultural family, watching music videos. Obviously, she watches the girls in the music video, half naked, get attention from the gangsters in the music videos. When she goes secondary school with non-Muslim girls, they're talking. I went to cinema with Leroy and Jamie and so forth. And she starts feeling she's wearing her hijab and stuff, and she starts feeling a bit lonely, a bit left out. So she's thinking about taking off the hijab. And wearing tight clothes and stuff to get attention from guys to get a boyfriend. What advice would you give?
So what you can do is you can choose the sweetness of this life, which is temporary, over the eternal ecstasy and bliss and pleasure of the next life. The short answer, because I don't want to long it out for you, but that's really what it is. It's just like, this world is going to perish. But those who enjoyed themselves in this life but disregarded Allah, they're not going to enjoy themselves in their next life. But the ones who obey Allah, guess what? We're happy. Hamza, we're happy. You don't see me sad that I can't go club. You don't see me sad that I can't be just putting chicks. Wallahi, I'm not sad. Because in my heart and my mind, Allah suffices me.
And it's haram.
And it is haram, of course. And when you love Allah, you love what He loves, you hate what He hates.
And we want clean women.
And we want clean women, of course. And we've got clean women, and of course we've got Jannah, where we're going to have a good time. So when I look at Jannah, it's like, for me, it's like this, yeah? It's like if someone says to me, here's £10, like spend it now, and you're going to be broke. But leave it for a year, and it's going to become 100 grand. I would be stupid to spend that £10, right? Because it could flip. The same way now, Allah told me, okay, Imran, you can enjoy yourself here. Or you can have eternal ecstasy in the next life. I'll be an idiot to choose here and not there. You see?
Jazakallah khair, love you for the sake of Allah.
Thank you so much, Ak.
May Allah give you the best in this life.
I was watching the brother's videos from day.
First,
I was doing the Dawah. So
that's to be your real life.
Ak,
no problem. May Allah bless you this life, and may give you the good of this life and the next, you know. And love you for the sake of Allah. Take care, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Thanks, Aki, man.
No problem.
I know that was.
It's an honor, Ak.
Gunshot wounds. Since I've come to Tawheed and I've read about the companions and the Salaf and everyone else, I know who I am. I'm the creation of Allah.